That wasn't what I meant to say, but my brain shorted out.
All right.
That's all right.
Well, welcome Brandon, Shane, Scoop, and myself, Robert, on this Thursday night. We just got the news that Netflix bought Warner Brothers. We're not going to talk about it today because I still want to wait to see what the U.S. government's going to have to say. But that is gigantic for
That's
movies
crazy.
moving forward. Let's see what happens with the government because I assume they're going to have a lot to say about it before we actually talk about it in full. But what we can talk about in full is the crazy game as we expected between the Cowboys and the Lions. Most of it, Brandon, was Cowboys mistakes, kind of similar to what the Chiefs did in the loss to the Cowboys with
Yeah.
penalty mistakes and things of that nature. The Cowboys are third in the NFL in total penalties, pretty bad, and of
Yeah.
course Jahmyr Gibbs being Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah. You know what's funny? The Cowboys basically played the most Eagles game of their season.
Oh, for crying out loud!
I mean in terms of the mistakes, in terms of like not so much play calling, but in terms of just the bad penalties, just some questionable decision making in general. Like it was like they really played down, and this is why I told people after we lost them and after the Chiefs lost them. Yes, if they just beat the two teams from the Super Bowl last season, yes, those two teams are nowhere near the same team they were this year. That's not so. I don't care that they won two in a row, whatever it was, three in a row. I don't care. I don't care. I was like, this game to me, right? I said this for weeks. The Detroit Lions and Dallas Cowboys game, that's going to show me who exactly they are. Because both teams needed this game. Both teams had basically made its major playoff implications. And both teams, up to this point, defenses weren't great, and their offenses could score at will. So it was which team came out on the better end of the shootout. And it was clearly Detroit. And Detroit was more disciplined. Detroit just just scored at will on them. It feels like every drive. I don't think they punted. They might have punted maybe once this
Once
game.
or twice, yeah.
And so Detroit just literally in every facet. Not even really. I mean, even defensively. Like I know Dallas put up 30 points, but if you watch that game, especially in the late in the second half, and really they played about a good 2.5 quarters of defense against Dallas, and then Dallas decided, hey, we have to really start coming back in this game or else we're going to lose, and they did. But they put a lot of pressure on Dak tonight. They forced a lot of bad throws from Dak tonight. They forced a lot of incompletions. I think Dak went 21 of, or was it 21 of 37, something like that, which isn't great. A couple interceptions too. Some of them were just forced, very forced tight window throws. Jared Goff really didn't do that. Yeah, Detroit had 5 sacks. I'm looking at it right now. Detroit had 5 sacks tonight. Detroit, to me, Detroit just exposed Dallas for what they really are, and what they were before they started getting on this heater of late. So this game just told me pretty much that hey, the Lions can still score, but their defense is not great, even though it was okay tonight. Because they made the big plays when they had to. But the thing is, Dallas still scored 30. That still worries me if they're going to make the playoffs because, yeah, this is what Detroit did the last 2 years, would score 30-40, but give up 30-40. So, this just feels like a lot like what the Lions are. And for Dallas, I mean, you had to have it because you're 2 games behind Philly coming into this game. So now, if Philly wins on Monday night, I mean that's a big if, but even if they don't, you would still be 2 games behind Philly, and when the Eagles win, you'd be 3 games back. Pretty much all Philly would have to do at that point is beat the Raiders the week after, and the division's over, and then your playoff hopes are probably gone with it. So Dallas had to have this game a little bit more than Detroit, but Detroit just showed me what I knew about Dallas already, and Dallas kind of showed me what I knew about Detroit already. So we didn't learn anything. I'm happy Detroit won, and good. Anytime we get to root against Dallas, I will absolutely take it.
And Scoop, I'll let you continue on where it is in the division for you guys in Philly. Because, I mean, yeah, winning on Monday is going to matter, but this has got to feel good to see Dallas at the straight 500 with the tie, even with the tie. I mean, it's got to feel good considering everything that's going on with the Eagles offensively just to have that cushion. Just continue to have that
Um,
slight little cushion there.
I don't really look at it that way because I think I want the teams to look at themselves based on where they're at. I don't want to worry about what my rival is doing. And quite frankly, I find it disrespectful that that this that it was just compared that this was like what it's like watching Philly's offense or whatever the case may be. This was the third time this season that Dallas has turned the ball over at least 3 times, and one of them was 4 times. Philly has only turned the ball over twice, 3 times, and never more than that. So put some respect on the Eagles' name. Thank you very much. But moreover on that, it was a good football game. But to respond to what you said, again, I'm happy when Dallas loses. I think most people, including non-Eagles or Cowboys or Commanders fans, are. But again, I want most of where Philly ends up to be because of what they do. I prefer their destiny, come hell or high water, be in their own hands. So I don't typically get super hung up on, does this team help us out or that. Like I think about it on a secondary or tertiary basis, but I think it probably matters to me less than maybe it matters to some other people, to be quite honest with you.
Brandon, before I go to Shane, what do you feel on that? Do you see the point there?
Nice, I see it. I just, to me, when I mean, it's just a different. I guess it's just a different point of view for me. Like for me, I look at it as like yeah, we're still chasing the 2 seed and 1 seed, and it's still in play. But at the same time, when your team is also not playing great itself, you still kind of, as a team, you're not looking back at the team behind you, but you do feel the pressure, and to know that they lost takes a little bit of pressure off. So
that's kind of the issue that I have, though, is that if I don't want this team to look at that as, oh, this takes a little pressure off of us on Monday. I want Philly to play on Monday like Dallas just won. I want Philly to play on Monday like there's that pressure there, and I want them to rise to the damn occasion.
Oh yeah, no, we all want that. Will they? I don't think so. But
why do you say this Cowboys offense is similar to Philly? Because the Cowboys offense is far and away better.
Penalties.
Well, the penalties. Okay, penalties thing I can understand.
That's the only similarity.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Both teams are penalized to holy hell. But when it feels like that their offense is, now Dallas can score despite penalties. Philly can't. Philly gets 1 penalty that drives over. But it's kind of that same thing where it's like, I mean, for any team, but for these 2, especially division rivals, like that's been the story of their season. It's strictly penalties. Because
who leads us in penalties this year?
Oh yeah, AJ Brown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Yeah, AJ.
Not one person is surprised by that, Rob.
Yeah, and that's what's crazy. It's like like Dallas has an operational issue offensively. Like even like that's why tonight it definitely reared its ugly head. For us, it's been rearing its ugly head the whole year. But Dallas also, not for nothing, but that's another thing too. In these last 2 games against Philly and the Chiefs, they got 1,000 calls in their favor, and pretty much barely won both games. They won both games by a combined 6 points.
Do you know what our most penalty? Let's try that one again. Do you know what our most called penalty against us is?
Holding?
Yeah,
false start. What a surprise.
Yeah, it's.
By the way, that's probably pretty similar with Seattle as well, considering how bad their O-line is.
And this is, and what's funny too with a lot of false start penalties is the one of the biggest things with false start penalties is people are like, oh well, the offensive lineman got to be set quicker, balls got to be snapped quicker. Yeah, that goes back to coaching. These plays are not called into Jalen's headset in time. Like for any team in general.
I want to ask this question though, and I genuinely don't know the answer to that. This is not a rhetorical question.
Yeah.
How much of that do you think has to do with the fact that we're playing 80% of offensive line that's normally second and third stringers?
Well, I mean, Brett Toth was a third stringer, but the thing is, they do have the only second stringer they have on their O line right now. Well, Lane Johnson was there up until
Fred
weeks.
Dickerson or whatever the hell his name
So
is.
yeah. So Landon
Fred
Dickerson,
Johnson.
Fred Johnson. Fred Johnson was there last year. He like the thing is our depth. That's the thing too. Is that it hurts us as an operation, but our depth could start on like 10 teams tomorrow. That's how good they are.
I'll say, wait.
But-
Let me continue on that too. Let's roundtable this really quick.
Pringles, do
How
you-
many teams do you think their primary problem is penalties? Just list them out. Like
Philly,
Oh my
Philly
God.
and Dallas, obviously.
Philly, Dallas, Kansas City,
Yeah.
Detroit, or not Detroit.
Yeah.
Philly, Dallas, Kansas City, Denver.
Well, Detroit gets a lot of penalties called on them too. So
So maybe
like-
Detroit. Anybody else?
yeah, we said Denver, so that's 5.
So we
I
got
would-
A lot of
five.
times,
I would say
I mean-
I would say Denver has to be up there.
Yeah, Denver. Yeah. Thanks for doubling on that because I think Denver.
Oh, sorry, I
definitely
didn't
has
hear
the
you.
biggest-
I'm sorry.
No. That's
No,
fine because
no,
I think
no.
Denver needs to be on there. Shane,
I
does
think
Seattle deserve to be on
Jacksonville
there?
has to be on
Yeah,
there.
Seattle.
Jacksonville.
Seattle doesn't get penalized that much. It feels like
Yeah.
No, they're
San
actually one of
Francisco?
the they're actually one of the least penalized teams on here.
they're
Is it?
Seattle's biggest issue is the negative turnover differential.
That's probably what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
So Jacksonville, yeah, so that's 6.
Oh, this is interesting. What the hell? If you look at penalty in terms of just total penalties, not the yardage for them, but the total amount of penalties, there are 2 teams that have a penalty differential of -23, which means 23 more against them than for them. Philly and Chicago.
So Chicago, I forgot about Chicago.
I was gonna say Chicago.
Philly, Chicago, and then right behind them are Buffalo and Jacksonville. There's a far drop off after that.
Wow.
Like it's so funny how it's all the teams that actually lead the league that are up there in those penalty categories. They're all the teams in the playoffs right now.
Well, not only that, but you said that penalties and things like that, it's on coaching. And Philly's tied with a team that we consider to have a very good young coach in Ben Johnson.
That's
depends.
The thing is like, it
Shane, yes,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as a coach, it depends on the penalty.
Yes.
Yeah.
False start, for the case of Philly, it is Scoop. You asked, does it have to do with the fact that some of their offensive linemen are backups? Yes, that is absolutely the case because they aren't as familiar with Jalen Hurts' cadence.
Yep.
And they also don't. They're slower to adjust to like silent counts and shifts.
I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Can
But that-
you go? Wait,
Well,
go. Wait,
what
no.
is-
Wait. This is easy. Go into that, Shane. Talk about the silent count and like the shifting. It's not the hardest thing to explain.
Well, yeah, no, shifting just in terms of like, when a
Slides
center
and things like that.
like when a center calls for to shift the protection, like
Yeah.
and then silent count is just basically if you're on the road and it's really loud, you have a silent snap count as opposed to a cadence. Like
Okay.
a lot of teams do that in louder
Like
stadiums,
Seattle, Kansas
like
City.
Seattle can't right. So
Probably the link,
Was
I
it-
would guess.
The
The
link is
link,
up
yeah.
there too. Yeah.
Lambeau, just because there's
New Orleans, whatever the hell they're
biggest
called now.
capacity. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mercedes-Benz,
anyway,
I think.
yeah, I mean, there's that, but it's also, I mean, when you look at Philly's, offensive playbook, they have a lot of plays where the offensive line needs to get off quick because it's like there's a lot, they run a lot of RPOs, and
Yes.
so that's quick adjustment for offensive line's footwork. A lot of like outside zone running. So, the tackles in particular really have to go quick and seal the edge. So it's like, yeah, and
it's a mix of everything, really.
right. And another thing too is like, when you do have backup linemen, if you're going up against veteran defensive linemen, they take advantage of it. They jump a little bit to kind of scare you, and it like
Yeah, or like
psychologically,
they'll try and
you
draw
know,
you off sides, right? Or not off sides.
right
What's the word?
to
Well,
false start.
it's not neutral
Thank
zone.
you.
It's false start. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
they'll
misspoke. My bad.
because the
No, that's
defense,
fine. It's confusing as hell, by the way. I hate that there's 3 terms
yeah,
for one thing.
because
Encroachment is another one, isn't it?
Yeah, encroachment, neutral
Yeah.
zone
That's when you like
infraction,
actually. That's like when
offsides,
you actually make contact with the other side, right?
player. Yeah. It's so weird. All
defense,
right.
they can move all they want as long as they don't cross the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So they can be back there and
Unless you're in
like,
college,
you know,
unless you're in college, apparently college it's a penalty.
really.
It's supposed.
College is a thing?
It's supposed. They now because I remember there was in an
Supposedly.
Oregon game. In an Oregon, I remember watching an Oregon game this year, and fans were going ape shit because fans
Wouldn't
were
it be
like,
duck shit?
well, be like the opposing fans were going crazy, saying, "Oh, these should be penalties. These should be penalties." I think even the broadcast like, "Oh, these should be penalties," because Oregon, right before basically to make the lineman jump, they were basically sliding over. Like all 4 linemen would slide over, like last second, and the lineman would jump. So like it was like almost like baiting the offensive line to move. So apparently that's a penalty in college. I didn't know about it.
That's so weird. Why does
Bro,
college always do this?
Yeah.
Bro, this is random. I'll just take like 5 seconds on this. I got college football 26 this week, and the stuff that I'm realizing now that's so different in college that from NFL that I don't really pick up on just watching games, but I see it more now is insane to me.
Oh no! It's amazing how the video game I think showcases it a lot more than real life because
It really
I
does.
think especially for us, right? Because for us, we are an NFL show. That's our focus. Yeah, we'll talk about college.
Well, it's also not only just that, but it's like I'm focused on what's actually happening. So my brain doesn't always click in with isn't this the one? Isn't this like it? My brain kind of is focused on what's actually happening, not what may or may not could have happened. You know what I mean?
or like occur. No, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely, and
Can I even say something too that I think that is kind of this falls on officiating right now is
that it's awful.
is it
in
just
the
me
NFL and college right now?
is it just me or this is like the worst year of missed false starts and missed defensive offsides in like
I think especially
Don't we say
those
every
2.
damn year that it's the worst year of officiating?
yeah but
Well, okay,
Yeah.
no, but
when
I
was the
think,
last
I
year
think
we
what's
said,
important.
"Damn, the officials really got it this year"?
No, but I think what's important is what Brandon said, the specifics. At the line of scrimmage, it's been so much worse this year across the board.
Like the thing is, I get if it's like a millisecond off, like between a false start or jumping offside, that like I get missing that. But they are missing some bad ones where guys are jumping by like a whole second before the ball snapped. I'm like, how the hell do you miss that? Like you can't miss that. Like they had that happen tonight in the Cowboys Lions game. 2 Cowboys defenders jumped before the snap even happened. They jumped offside, didn't get back. It was snapped right as they jumped offside. Then ball was snapped, still offside, and the refs didn't even throw a flag. I'm like, that is the most blatant offside I've ever seen in my life. 2 guys jump, they snapped the ball, and no flag was thrown. I'm like, are you blind? Like that's happening every game now. Like
I was gonna say maybe.
By the way, I'm just gonna. We're not sponsored by them, but if you want to sponsor us, please do. All referees get free LASIK, so go get it. Just being real here, they all get free LASIK, so I'm just being real.
Like
It's so funny to me that that LASIK on their social media accounts will actually like say, "Hey NFL, just remember you guys have like free whatever."
Yeah,
all the refs get free LASIK whenever they want it, and I haven't heard a single ref do it.
It's like this is the problem I have with the NFL every year. Why they really have to look. I mean, we say this every year, but they really have to look into the rule book and really look at like these prime examples of penalties. Because if I can call better penalties, like non-calls and calls from my couch, there's no reason you should miss it.
Have them take a no pun intended, a page out of the playbook from whatever that guy was who knew the book well enough that he called Washington has been advised that the referee can award a score if this type of behavior continues.
Okay, wait. So here's a few things, right? That I want to see kind of implemented with the referees. One is the greatest thing the NFL's done the last 5 years is the enhanced replay assist.
Yes.
It's fucking fantastic.
Yes.
We need it to happen more. So we need
Yeah,
more crews in New York
it's
watching each individual game and being involved. So we need that.
yes.
The referees need to get fucking paid and be full-time employees. This is fucking stupid that they're part-time. It pisses me the fuck off.
I think
Even though they have
they are
training
now, aren't they?
camps. Nope.
I thought they were.
Nope. They still aren't. They still aren't.
Are they in another league? Because maybe that's where I'm confused.
Yeah, they're still not. And they have training camps and stuff, but it's not enough. We need replacement officials if officials get hurt at every game. We need to hire more damn officials.
Didn't one have to leave a game like last week?
There was there's been like
There was
two or
two
three
in
the
1
last
week.
2 weeks.
There was two in 1 week.
Oh,
There was 2 in 1 week because it was like Thanksgiving and then whatever Thursday night was. There's 2 in one whole calendar week. So those are like the 3 things that I think absolutely need to happen if we're gonna get better situation for officiating.
Referees are paid starting at $200,000 as of 2025.
Is it
Oh my
full time?
God.
okay. What 200?
I mean, that
If
sounds
it's
pretty full time to
$200,000,
me.
it damn well better be full time.
Sign me up. I'll do it.
True. Yes. And by the way, they still go through a lot of rigorous training, but they need more.
It ain't
Apparently not.
rigorous enough.
It's either not rigorous enough or it's not clicking or sticking or staying or whatever the hell word.
Whatever. All right, Shane. For a last thing on this game, you're mad about the Cowboys' defensive backs. Tell us why, because we're teaching this at your local high school as well.
Oh,
my God,
fancy.
dude. Yeah. No, it's like all they ever do is backpedal. You know, which, like, I mean, not literally, but there's so many instances where, and we saw it today on the touchdown to open the second half, where there's a receiver probably 10 yards behind the guy, and instead of turning his hips, I'll show you guys. This is the technique we teach. You throw your arm around so that you and swing your hips so that you go turn fast and sprint at the guy so that you can get there. He should have done that 15 yards ago to keep up with the guy, but he didn't. So instead of trying to do it now he just still backpedals. So let me try to make the play. It's like, what do you think's going to happen? This is something that I learned when I was in like 8th grade. You know, it's like the phrase that I was told my whole life and now tell kids is when they when we're in practice and I'm trying to instill with them, okay, you need to turn your hips with them, and right, we say Shakira, hips don't lie.
Oh God.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's her
Yes.
song.
100%. Yes.
So if somebody's backpedaling, I just yell Shakira, and then he's like, "Oh, sorry." And then again, this is high school, and we're doing this, right?
These are NFL players we're talking about.
NFL players paid millions of dollars, and they're sitting there backpedaling. Like,
But like, do you know how
what are
often
you doing?
you know how often this happens at the major level in professional sports? Like every single professional sports team you've ever seen could have look at the Yankees in bad fundamentals. Look at your favorite hockey team. Look how bad their fundamentals are if they're bad. If
My Vancouver Canucks are doing this right now.
Like, it doesn't make sense how you're taught all these things from an early age. And instead of working on them as you get older, on top of working on new things, they just disregard them as they get older. And I'm like, why?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. It's like there's so many, especially with when you get to that age. It's like the technology too that you can use to assist is so impressive. I mean,
VR is a great example.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know what I do when I'm working with kids? I literally take a slow motion video of them on my phone, and then I look at it with them, and it's like, okay, you see how you open up a little too late here? Oh yeah, okay, and then we work, and that's all we have to work with, and it's effective. God only knows what this multi-billion-dollar
Again,
companies
I said
have to work
VR is a
with.
great example of it. That's what all these NFL teams use, especially at the quarterback
Right.
position. But you can use that corner. You can use it at any spot.
Yeah, and like I had this. I mean, for instance, I knew this golf instructor who had this. It was like a 4 camera setup that took a video of your swing, and it was like down to the you know 0.0001 degree of the angle your swing was going
Yep.
at,
Oh, yeah, I've
and
used one of those.
yeah. So I'd imagine that there's stuff like that for football with the pros.
If golf has it, then yeah, there should be.
So it's like, how are you letting this stuff slide? I don't know. I mean, I've never coached in the NFL, so I don't know. But
Well,
maybe I'm,
Unfortunately.
You know what it is
Yeah.
though? Bad fundamentals will always. It doesn't matter how good of a team you are on paper or how many wins you squeak by with. If you are bad fundamentally, you're not winning anything. You're just not
Yeah.
going to win anything.
Here's the thing, though. I don't see most DBs around the league doing this. Okay. I just noticed that with Dallas, I see it every week
Yeah.
from multiple guys. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And this, to me, is just further proof that Matt Eberflus is a dumbass. Because because the fact that in all their meeting, this happened one week in one of our games this year where kids were doing the backpedaling when they weren't supposed to be. And in film on Monday, right after it, we handled it. And they never did it again. You telling me you're 14 weeks into this season for an NFL team, and you have not ironed that out yet? Like, what? And it's not, I would say, I would give them an excuse like, oh, well, it's a really complicated defensive system, and they're trying to. No, they run 4-3, cover 3 every single play. Maybe once in a while they'll throw a nickel in there just for shits and giggles. But no, it's like, anyways.
I just want to mention this. So I don't know if Brandon, Scoop, and myself need to band together to get Shane to do this. The UAB head coaching job is available on LinkedIn, so we should make Shane apply for it.
Oh yeah, go take it.
Where's UAB again?
Alabama, Birmingham.
Oh, no thanks.
I mean, it's a D1 program, is it not?
No, it
I
is,
I was trying to get Shane a couple years ago because Kennesaw State did the same thing, and I was trying to get Shane to apply to Kennesaw, Georgia.
Rob,
Yeah.
can I jump in with something? Because there's some news that just came out NFL wise.
Yes. What do we have here?
All right, so you guys, I'm guessing that y'all have heard by now that Darius Slay elected not to report to the Buffalo Bills after they claimed him on waivers from the Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, well, Emmanuel Akko, whom, I trust, not, and this is, I know I've said that
Emmanuel Acho?
Yeah.
Acho, sorry. And I know I've said that I trust him and I have met him personally. This is not a biased thing, so I don't want to come off that way. But Emmanuel Acho, having said that he basically told him, the quote was, it's not a bad fit. It was just a bad time. He feels too old to want to go to a new city so far away from I guess, from his family. That context was a little bit murky. But he's in communication with the Bills. They're trying to work through it. He hasn't elected to retire at this time, but location sounds like it was a factor into reporting to Buffalo. It remains to be seen what happens there. Yes, it is of note that the team in waiver order right behind him was Philly, and they did intend to claim him as well. It was not clear whether he would have reported to Philly had they not lost the claim out to Buffalo. But this is an update that just came in at this time.
So I'm gonna quickly say this about the waiver claims. One, why is this not public information? Why can't I not see the waiver list?
The order is. Yeah.
I've been trying to look for this for years. If someone can find it somewhere for me,
I swear I
please
just found it like a few hours ago.
I've never been able to find it. And secondly, Brandon and I had this conversation.
It's based on after the first 3 weeks of the season. It's based on current NFL standings.
Yeah.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, it's reverse of the 2025 NFL draft order.
Wait, but hang on. If you claim somebody and you don't get them, do you go to the bottom like in fantasy?
No.
Oh, so it's not like okay. So my whole thing. And Brandon and I had this conversation earlier, and I with like, oh, why do we have waivers for veterans and all these different things? My whole stance with it has been have waivers, but in the early 2000s, this was a huge thing in the NFL, which is if a guy is like a veteran and in his last year, like an Adam Thielen, potentially Slay, I feel like the team should just have respect enough not to waiver claim a guy.
Well, so here's the thing. In general, that's an understanding for teams that are not in contention, but Buffalo's in contention, so I guess they didn't feel like compelled to abide by
guess.
it.
I guess
the
that's
crazy
fair.
thing is, to me, I understand Buffalo needs corners, but your secondary is garbage anyway. You employ Tre'Davious White, who's older than dog crap. Like,
well, I mean, you could say the same thing for the Eagles because you guys have.
If your dog's that old, how long have you gone without cleaning up after them, Brandon?
That's what I'm saying. He's like moldy dog crap at this point. Like that guy is so slow. Nowhere even close to what he used to be. I mean, same thing. You're getting that again with Darius Slay. But here's the thing: when you think about it this way, he'd be the CB1 in Buffalo. If he would have gotten to Philly, it would have been the CB2. I trust him as CB2 over Dory Jackson and Keely Ringo at this point. So
yeah, let's not even bother bringing up those names again on the show. But
I will really quickly ask this question, and I want an honest answer with the Adam Thielen thing.
You're always going to get an honest answer on this show.
Okay, being realistic, I get the standings and all this stuff. Let's just be 100% realistic here. With Adam Thielen being Buffalo. Buffalo is always in contention, even though we have issues with Buffalo, which have been well documented, right?
Adam Thielen, he went to the Steelers, right?
Right. Yes. So that's my question. Regardless of standings or anything, does anyone here really think the Steelers can win a Super Bowl this year?
No. Nope. No.
Hello. So I would say no. However, I think that they, like, for example, let me pull up the standings real quick, just because I want to just make sure that I get this as close to accurate as possible. It's probably not going to be 100% great, but I just want to see where they would have been in the waiver order, because they would have been fairly close to the bottom. So they're tied right now with the Ravens and Chiefs. So, I mean, they're 500. They're like the closest to like straight pure middle of the pack that you can be.
That's what I was saying. They would probably be like 16th or 17th, right?
Somewhere around there. But like, so I don't know. To me, that's like just at the point where like it becomes acceptable to make a waiver claim. Like if it had been like, but like if it had been a team that was even lower than Minnesota, that would have been not great, or even like the Dolphins. But like once you start getting to like the Ravens, Steelers, Chiefs, Cowboys, I mean, you could convince me any one of those teams could at least win a playoff game, and after that, who knows?
I guess that's fair, especially with this NFL season. I guess it's fair.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like
I just for Slay and Thielen, since it's their technically last seasons.
No, I agree with you.
Let's just let them go where they want to go.
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Well, it's if you could hello. If it had been like one of the 5 teams that's already eliminated, like Tennessee, New York, Vegas, New Orleans, Arizona, or if it had been one of the teams like just on the cusp, like Jets, Browns, Commanders, like that, I would have had an issue with. But frankly, if you're that intent on competing, what are you doing at those levels of being shitty anyway? But I just like I do agree with you about like I would like in like an ideal situation to see them be able to go where they want to go. And frankly, if that were the case, I think Slay would be in Philly right now.
Yeah.
But
Again, I just want to repeat this before you continue, Scoop. I'm not saying remove the waiver system. I'm not saying remove it for
yeah,
veterans. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the team should just have respect and let the guys go. That's all I'm trying to say.
no. But see, here's the thing. I don't know for sure where you don't know for sure where these guys want to go, and it might be. I don't know if they're even allowed to be in contact until after the waivers are completed. Is that
Yes, they aren't allowed to. No, yeah.
yeah? So I think that's part of the difficulty too. And I think if you manipulate this too much, I think it becomes hard to kind of like where's the like if you not eliminate it, but like if you tweak it, like where's the boundary? Does you know what I'm saying?
But yes, and that's kind of my thing is like maybe I'm not getting my history correct, and I apologize if that's the case. Please feel free to correct me. But I feel like throughout my life, teams have been very willing to just be like, "Hey, it's your last year. We're going to have respect for what you're doing." No, again, the other aspect of this, and unfortunately, we're past the trade deadline. A lot of times with these teams or these players who are just like, I'm going to retire, I need to go somewhere else, you just get traded. But obviously, we're past the trade deadline, so that's not something that's possible at this point.
And I would say this. I think in Thielen's case, it's a little bit different to me than it is for Darius Slay because Darius Slay, I'm pretty sure, was cut just based on performance, whereas Adam Thielen was explicitly stated we're letting him go so that he can go to a contender. So I look at the situations also a little bit differently.
Yeah, and they are different. Yeah, of course.
Because I do think now I do think Thielen like. Because Thielen was like now we think this is Darius Slay's last run also, but Adam Thielen was specifically cut with that stipulation. Maybe Thielen was too, and it just wasn't publicized. But we at least know that it was that Thielen was cut with that stipulation.
Yeah, Slay wasn't as cut and dry. Absolutely
right. No pun intended. But I also don't think that it again it is part of the NFL, and at the same time,
it's part of any sport.
Well, part of any sport.
Removing
also at the same
waiver
time,
claims would be stupid. It would just wreck the league.
I'd have more of an issue with it. Like again, if this was like a Tennessee or a Cleveland or whatever, I'd have more of an issue with it. But I mean, he does have a chance to make certainly to make the playoffs, especially in that division. And and let's be honest. I mean, you're a quarterback. You're a wide receiver. You can do a lot worse at quarterback than having Aaron Rodgers throwing you the ball.
Yeah, definitely better than anything that Minnesota's had. Shane, do you have any thoughts on
the
waiver claims last few days?
I mean, there was a thought at one point that Aaron Rodgers might go to Minnesota. So So I don't know. Again, like I said, I think it's because it's Pittsburgh that I don't have as much of an issue with it. I think it's details based for me. Because again, can you tell? I mean, the three teams that we thought were surefire Super Bowl favorites or contenders in the AFC, the Bills, the Chiefs, and the Bengals, not a single one of them is anything close to looking like that this year. So it's a grab bag. So, was one place really more of a guarantee than any other?
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Shane, what are your thoughts? Please go ahead on both the waiver claims the past couple of days.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately, like, Thielen to Pittsburgh, I don't think really moves the needle at all, and as for Slay, I mean, we'll see what happens, I guess. I don't know. I mean, same thing either way. Like, if he ends up in Buffalo, I don't think it changes a lot for them because, like Brandon said, I mean, they're still like they still
That
have the rest of
secondary
their
is
entire
yikes.
secondary.
Yeah, that secondary is yikes
So-
beyond belief.
Yeah, which is 4 or 5 guys, and what's one guy going to do there? So, especially when he's past his prime, and
Yeah, we
but
squeezed the
yeah,
last juice out of that orange in the playoffs last year.
yeah, exactly. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right. Well, let's do guess the line before we do games of the week.
I saw.
We are doing guess the line on DraftKings now because ESPN Bet is no more. Bye bye ESPN Bet.
I saw the line
DraftKings.
for Packers Bears, so that one I'm out on. If we do that one,
Okay. I wasn't planning. I guess we could do Packers Bears, but I actually wanted to start with Monday Night Eagles Chargers if you guys haven't seen it yet.
I have not. I've not seen any of them. So,
I certainly haven't seen it on DraftKings. I don't even.
I think I've seen it, but it's been a while since I've seen it, so I forget it. But I don't know. I don't remember if I've seen it or not.
Anyone who got the notification from the group chat, by the way, that was just what I already said on
Yeah,
on the
I
show.
appreciate you confirming that.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to have the substantiation, so I wasn't talking out of my ass.
No, I wasn't expecting you to at all. I appreciate you bringing it up. No, so no one's seen the Eagles Chargers line, right? I just want to 100% confirm that. Okay.
Not on
I wanted.
DraftKings. I saw it on something else like 3 days ago, but not on DraftKings.
Okay, so it might have changed. So all right. I want to do Eagles Chargers first, just because I think it's the most interesting.
It's also the most
So, sorry, what, Brandon?
I didn't hear what you
it's
said,
also
bro.
the Monsters Inc. game.
It is the Monsters Inc. game.
Oh no, not
I'm
much.
excited.
I actually don't even know
excited
if I'll
about.
see the game because I might be still traveling home. I know I'm traveling home Monday.
Well, we'll keep you updated, my friend.
You'll hear me screaming,
But,
you'll hear me
okay.
screaming from all the way up here, so you're fine.
Yeah, without my hearing aids in.
Yeah. All right, Eagles Chargers. Guess the line. The Monsters Inc. game. Yeah, I will be having notes about the Monsters Inc. stuff because it's super funny.
I'll go last just in case the line hasn't changed.
Okay.
I'll say. What's Herbert's status? Do we know?
It's still up.
Still Justin Herbert.
His
Oh, that's not what you
status
were asking?
right now is that we're looking at. If I were to put a percentage on it, we're looking at 85% Herbert will play.
That is insane to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they still don't know for sure. He was limited in practice again today. He wasn't full, so
Yeah.
Dude must have a bionic arm
I
or
don't think
something.
he's going to be full all week, and I think he's still going to play.
yeah.
I'll say Eagles -3.
Brandon.
Yeah, I saw the line early in the week, but I don't know if it's moved. Should I give the line that I saw?
Yeah.
So I believe it was Eagles -2.5.
That's what I was going to
exactly
say.
You're right. So I'm not going to count for any of
Yeah.
you guys, but yes, it's still Eagles -2.5.
Yeah.
And
That's what I would have said, but I didn't know.
I feel okay with
I'm
that.
fine.
I have a pick'em question for you guys before we do this next game.
If it's did I get my pick in time?
I made
yes.
him do it too.
Okay.
Yeah, you reminded me.
My question for the pick'em league is: did any of you pick the Chiefs over the Texans?
I haven't made the rest of my picks yet.
Okay, but for the rest of you who did you or did you not take the Kansas City Chiefs?
I actually don't remember.
I think
You sound like you're in a detective interrogation. Did you or did
No,
you not?
I am because I'm wondering. I took the Texans, and I feel pretty confident about it.
I think I took Houston as well.
I think
I feel pretty confident
I
about
took the Chiefs. I think that game's an Arrowhead, right?
It is.
I think that's the only reason I took Kansas City.
So here's
that's if I pick Kansas City, that'll probably be my reason why. Also,
here's my reasoning. I think the Texans' defense is going to kill
they
this
should.
offensive line. I think they're absolutely going to kill them. So that's why I took Houston. I'm fine if you guys take Kansas City for those reasons. It's your choice. I was just wondering. Now guess the line for that game. Scoop, sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to say, much like if I choose to take Kansas City, I said it because it would be because it's in Kansas City. Similarly, if I choose Houston, it's probably going to be for that reason also, the D-line versus O-line mismatch.
Yeah. So guess the line for Texans Chiefs. The Chiefs need to win this, by the way, because if the Chiefs don't, their odds go from like 35 to 40% to 11. So they have to win this.
Because it's in Kansas City, I'll say Kansas City minus 2.5.
I just think that well, listen, the desperate times call for desperate measures. If desperate teams, when they know their back's against the wall, you can only go up from there, because if you go down, your season's over. So it's like you literally have to play your ass off. So
it's a playoff game for Kansas City, right? Like it literally is. Yeah.
And the thing is, they're going to treat it.
I mean, I think it is for both of them, pretty much.
Yeah, I think it is for both of them, but especially for Kansas City.
But the Texans were left for dead. They're to me at this point. I mean, I know they don't see it this way, but all of us do. Is that they're pretty much playing with house money because they've already had a great resurgence this season. Like the Chiefs have been crap all year. Like the Chiefs need this one. Like I know that Houston does too, but still. Just because it's in Arrowhead, I'm gonna say, oh boy, but the thing is, Houston's been great lately. But Vegas doesn't care because Vegas doesn't watch the Houston Texans.
And they love the Chiefs.
They love the Chiefs.
And they really.
So I'm just gonna say,
even though their division.
I'm just gonna say Chiefs -2.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I think
Scoop, you said 2.5, right?
Wait. I haven't guessed yet.
Your Honor.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I was just confirming with Scoop because I want to make sure
gotcha.
My eyes are correct. My ears.
I'm going to pick. I'm picking Houston. However, for the line, I'm going to guess it's going to be Kansas City -5.
Ooh. Kansas City -3.5.
Also, right in between us all.
Okay,
pretty much right in between. You, Brandon, you said you saw Bears Packers.
I saw
correct?
Bears Packers. I just saw it like an hour ago.
Did anyone else see Bears Packers?
No.
Okay, Bears Packers for Scoop and Shane.
Where is it?
It's in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Hey, sorry.
You're good.
You can imagine what it was that made me do that.
Packers -1.5.
Scoop.
Where's the game again?
Green Bay.
In Green Bay. I feel like Vegas is going to favor the Packers more than they should. I don't think they've really caught on to Chicago being Chicago yet. I'll go. I just contradicted myself. I'll go Packers -5.5.
I will quickly share that I'm going to take the Packers in this.
I already did. So,
Shane, I don't know what you did for your pick.
I don't know either.
Okay,
I don't remember.
So Scoop, you said 5.5.
You want me to give it the line?
And then Shane, what did you say?
Packers -1.5.
Yes, Brandon, you can give it.
It's Packers -6.5.
Which is nuts.
Yeah. If
I were betting nuts.
If I were betting on this game, I'm taking Chicago ATS.
Oh, hell yeah.
Over and over and over. No
Scoop.
Wow.
If I was to probably tell you, because since you're going to Vegas, if you when we're done with this segment, you want to look at the lines and see which one you might want to take. That might be one you might want to hammer down.
This is going to sound like a stupid question. Can you make parlays of ATS spreads?
Yes.
I very well might include that on a parlay of ATS spreads.
Yeah. That would be a good choice. Let's go Bengals Bills in Buffalo.
Oh.
This could be close, because
excuse me.
I feel like Cincinnati. You look at, especially with Burrow back versus that secondary. I feel like they're just going to light them up.
If he stands up long enough.
Well, that's right. But I'll say Buffalo -3.
Okay, -3 for Shane.
I guess I'll go a half higher. I'll say Buffalo -3.5, just because I know Joe Burrow's back, but I think Vegas has also left them for dead because they have to win out just to probably get in to the playoffs and have to have a little bit of help. So I think, and it's where again?
It is in Buffalo,
Oh,
New
hell
York.
yeah! So Buffalo -3.5.
Scoop.
You guys respect Cincinnati more than I do. Give me the Bills -5.5.
Jesus Christ, that is the line.
Wow.
Oh,
Holy crapola.
Yeah, I don't like that because the way the Bengals looked last week with Burrow back is and because the Bills defense is absolute dog water. So
Yeah.
All right. Another important. We're doing the in-division matchups. Do we even have to do games of the week? It's all the in-division important
yeah.
ones, basically.
I,
Yeah.
well, can I say something? Can I say this real quick?
Yes.
I said this to Brandon earlier. I don't remember if it was just when we were just shooting the shit or if it was while we were actually on with WTS. But there's a lot of games this week where the records are pretty well matched up. Like there's not a lot
Oh
of
yeah, it's
there's
fantastic.
not a
Yeah.
lot of like 9-3 teams versus or whatever they are versus like 2-10 teams. This is a lot of like 6-6 versus 6-6 or 7-5 versus 6-6 or whatever. There's a lot
Yeah.
of well-matched teams this week, and I think it'll help us get some differentiation as to what kind of 5-7 or 6-6 or 7-5 is this team versus the others.
Yeah, and again, it shows how great the parity has been across the league that we've talked about all season long. Colts, Jaguars. A couple notes: Jaguars are at home, and the Colts quarterback Haniel Donez still has the fibula injury that he can't move on at all.
I can't see Indy. There's no way he could finish the season. Like, there's no way he's going to finish the season upright. I can't see it. Not when it's that bad. Like, I know they're 8-4. I know they're playing good football, but if he can't move, it's going to be one hit, not even one bad hit, just one hit, and that thing is going to be done. So like, oh God, I don't know what Indy. I don't know what Indy anymore.
He was talking. So on Daniel Jones, his friends and teammates at Duke run like a 3D printing company, and they made a special pad for his fibula to help stabilize it. I don't think that's going to change much at all because it's still a damn fibula.
Yeah, that's
a hell of a story, though, to be honest.
I know.
And they said it's already in bad shape. Like, you can't save it. He's playing on it. It's not like he's resting it. He's playing on it.
I don't know if it can. I don't think it can get. I mean, it can get worse if it's hit the wrong place. But
I think if he just gets hit at all, like if his cleats get stuck in the ground on a hit, God forbid, or whatever. Or and the thing is, all it's going to take is him getting crunched by two big guys because he can't move. So if he gets sacked and gets sandwiched, it's done.
That fibula is going to be like absolutely smoked. Yeah. All right. Guess the line. Colts at Jaguars.
Jags -6.
That's such a stinky game. Because if that's a healthy Daniel Jones, I'm thinking the Colts are favored, but he's not healthy, and they can't survive just turn around and handing the ball to Jonathan Taylor 30 times. They can't do it. It's not going to happen. I think Vegas likes the Colts a lot because they're like the Cinderella story, one of the Cinderella stories of the league this year.
Shit.
I'm gonna say Jags -4.5.
Scoop.
This was Jags Colts, right?
Yep.
I'll take the Jolts at what? Let's try that again. I'll take
the Jolt.
Oh my
and
god!
that's the Scoopisms. The
I
Jags are the Jolts.
I have like verbal dyslexia, I think. but like, okay, remind me, where's the game? The game's in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
It's not the biggest home field advantage in the world.
No.
I'll still take Indy, but I'll take them at a lesser margin because of his gimpy leg down there. But give me Indy minus 3.5.
Indy minus 1.5 is your line.
Okay, that's excessive, I think.
Wow.
That is wild to me.
That is
Beyond
bold.
So I
For a
guess
team,
Vegas.
that is bold for a team that people had.
No, so Vegas doesn't care about injuries, apparently, especially significant ones.
Especially to quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Scoop, what were you gonna say?
I don't remember.
You're okay.
No, I
okay.
said that was a bold team. That's bold for a team that a lot of people had ticketed for Santa Clara a few weeks ago.
Yeah, true. Steelers at Ravens. Our last important divisional matchup this week.
Oh, God. We don't like it.
I don't like it.
Ravens minus 6.
That's the team. That's the game that's both teams are 6-6, right?
Yes, and whoever wins leads the division at the end of it.
Oh, man.
Why are you struggling with this?
Because
Well, I think Brandon wants to give this game pot cookies. Do you?
it's up there. It's
No.
up there for me. I mean, I'm not saying it is. It's not my pot cookies, but it's up there, man.
You look like you're sitting at the proctologist.
Like
The proctologist.
because it's like, God, that Ravens defense is garbage, and then the Steelers have a 41-year-old literally corpse at quarterback.
Statue.
Like-
Corpse.
Like, I don't like this game at all. Oh my God.
Really, I
I
couldn't
mean,
tell.
listen. I guess if I had to pick one, I'm gonna say Ravens minus 5.5.
Scoop.
It's the most agonized I've seen somebody over a pick in my life. But let me think. Steelers versus Ravens. It's at M&T Park, right?
Yeah,
Whatever the hell
M&T
it's
Bank.
called.
Yep.
Yeah, that.
M&T Bank Stadium.
You know what'd be really cool? I wonder if someone could figure out is there a betting? Are there betting trends that tend to appear more at stadiums that are named after banks? Okay,
I think there might be.
I'm losing my mind here, but back to the
There's a
actual
lot of
Thought,
banks.
though.
back to the actual question. I'm still taking Ravens for sure. Give me Ravens minus. Give me Ravens minus 4.5.
Ravens minus 5.5.
Yes!
Brandon with the win.
Oh, that's right.
Let's go, Brandon.
Ah,
Wait,
now you understand the inner turmoil that was in my brain. Because I'm thinking about it like, oh, it's a home game for the Ravens, but it's a division game. But Aaron Rodgers is a corpse. But the Ravens have no defense. So I'm like, oh God, which way do I go? I threw 5.5 as a shot in the dark at a dartboard, and it stuck.
I literally was like, okay, Ravens minus 2.5. So for a field goal, add 2 points for the Ravens being there, and then that's where I got 4.5 from.
All right. Commanders at Vikings.
That's
is our final
Jaden
one.
Daniels is back apparently. I don't see.
So is JJ McCarthy.
I don't. Yeah.
So is JJ McCarthy's
I
back
don't see
too.
any reason. I don't see any reason to play either one of them because their season's over. And I don't want them getting.
I would agree. I would agree with you on that. But if there's anything we know, we can't exactly trust Dan Quinn to know when to put his quarterback away.
That is very true.
I'll go commies minus 7.
Where's that game?
It's in Minnesota.
Minnesota. Tiny Coke.
Minnesota.
Minnesota has no home field advantage. Look how crap they are.
That's our second Biden reference.
But
in
that's
1
what
minute.
that's why I said it. Oh my God. Especially with you.
Minnesota.
I mean, listen, if it was Mariota in there, I would have said freaking Commanders minus.
No, it's Mario Ta.
Oh yeah, Mario Ta. Jeez.
Oh, did you guys see that
I
freaking
hate
reference?
that.
That freaking video?
No. That's actually how he says his name. So it's actually Mario
Anybody's
Ta.
saying that? I'm from New Jersey. It's Mariota. Done.
I thought what he was emphasizing was that it was Mariota, not Mariota. That's what I thought he was emphasizing.
No, it's Mario Ta. Like Tomater, but without
Wingardium
Ta.
Leviosa.
Oh, see when you said
Well, no,
that's not where my mind went at all.
The thing is, though, his name is actually pronounced Mario Ta. Like that is the correct
Yeah.
pronunciation.
Yeah, it's just when Rob was like emphasizing it like he was spitting out a sunflower seed.
Listen, man. That's my Oregon Ducks quarterback. I will say it however I feel like it. I don't care. It's my quarterback.
All right, guess the
Or he-
line.
It was almost both of
Yeah.
our quarterback if
Yeah,
Chip Kelly had
former Eagle. God, all right. If it was Mariota playing, then I would have said Kami's minus 4.5 or something like that. But because Jaden Daniels, I would say
It's probably playing.
God, I would say even higher. I would say, what'd you say, Shane? Just I'm not like taking yours.
-7.
Once again, you're all along the same track as I am. I would have said Commanders. I mean, I don't think they're a whole lot more than that. I'm gonna go half less. I'm gonna say Commanders minus 6.5.
Scoop.
I want to agree with y'all in some capacity, but he's coming off of a significant injury. I don't trust his coaching or his coaches.
Which
And the
quarterback
games
are you
it's
talking
both.
about? They both are coming off significant injuries.
Oh no, I'm sorry. The one whose game I think will actually be impacted by the injury. So Jaden Daniels.
Okay, yes.
JJ McCarthy is either hurting while he's playing or he's hurting my eyes while he's playing.
True. That is very true.
But no, so I do think Washington. I think they'll win, but like again, because he's coming off of an injury, and how significant it is, I don't trust the coaching staff and the game's in Minnesota, and that does typically track as a tougher place to play. Those typically advantages do hit. So I'll go 2.5. I would go 2.5 to favor Washington, but you know what? I'm almost certain this is not how the game's going to be. I'm not going to pick them. I'll say it's a pick 'em. I'm not going to pick one way or the other. I'll say 0.
All right. It's Minnesota minus 1.5.
Okay.
So Scoop was quite close.
Why in God's name would anyone pick Minnesota when none of their quarterbacks are any good? Like,
I guess they're gambling that a broken Jaden Daniels and a twerp for a coach is close enough to equalize.
I guess
now,
Jaden's
really
been
quick.
severely injured his first 2 years, and like severely injured.
Really
Yeah,
quick.
and part of that was because of the guy. Part of that was because of his coach.
True. So I'll give Scoop a little bit of credit here. The money line is Washington even.
Wow.
So I'll give Scoop slight credit there for that. But yeah, that one caught my attention. That was
I
very
can't see how Minnesota's favored when both quarterbacks are coming off injuries. Both coaching staffs are not great, but Jaden Daniels is far better than JJ McCarthy.
Well, my guess is that the Minnesota defense is probably coming into play there too.
Yeah,
I would assume so.
I definitely like Minnesota's. It's so funny because Minnesota has the offensive coach, Washington has a defensive coach, but I like Washington's offense more and Minnesota's defense more.
It's so true though.
Nothing makes any
so
sense.
true.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
Doesn't make any
true.
sense.
Oh my god. It's so true. Oh my god. Okay, pot cookies game of the week. Brandon. There's a lot of good choices here.
That one.
Yeah, for sure.
That one.
My pick was this was the easiest question I've been asked this whole season.
Wait, you said pot cookies, right?
Yeah, pot
I-
cookies.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's saying that's the easiest question I've been
I don't
asked
have
this
to
whole season.
Okay, so what's
I
your
don't have to
answer?
think.
Tennessee,
Thank
Cleveland
you.
next.
Tennessee, Cleveland.
Oh yeah.
I just had to sit through that offense in the freezing snow in freaking with drunk assholes all around me.
Under Myles Garrett 5 sacks in that game.
I'll still go under. Is that what the actual number
just saying.
is? I think that's a good line. I'm still going to go under. But
I'll go barely under. I'll say he goes 4 or 4.5.
Yeah, I was going to say 4. I agree.
But
it's a good line.
But just like, and this is what I was saying earlier. You and I were talking about this on WTS. Excuse me. You put a Tyrod Taylor or a Trent Dilfer level quarterback on that team, they win at least one playoff game just off that defense alone.
Yes.
Their quarterback situation doesn't suck. That team is a genuine AFC competitor.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Other games in contention, we obviously mentioned Commanders-Vikings. I would like to mention Broncos-Raiders. That looks atrocious. Rams-Cards, even though it's in division, don't really care.
See, it's hard. Every week I go back and forth on pot cookies between is it pot cookies because I think one team's going to maul the other team like a rabid Wolverine, or because I think both teams are just going to be completely useless.
Saints Buccaneers, yikes. Dolphins Jets, ew. Any Falcons game I like. Seahawks Falcons sounds entertaining to me.
Two really good defenses.
That I think is going to be a sneaky, interesting watch.
Yeah, let's do guess the line. That one's in Atlanta. Let's do that one really quick. Seattle and Atlanta.
Seattle -9.
It should be, you would think, right? But the Falcons' defense isn't that bad. And up until a couple weeks ago, the Falcons' defense was what top 5 in the NFL. So, if they get any pressure on Sam Darnold, it could be an interesting game. I'm gonna say Seattle. I realized as I've gotten older when we've done this game that each year that we've done it, I tend to start picking the halves more than picking the full numbers. So, but still, I'm gonna say Seattle minus. But Seattle doesn't blow anybody out, and the Falcons don't blow anybody out. So
they have blown a couple of people out.
I mean, Seattle just did to Minnesota last week. But
that's Minnesota. It might as well be the
Saints.
And the Saints.
Look at those teams.
I mean, Atlanta. I don't think Atlanta's much better.
They're not, but their defense is better.
But they're frisky. Yeah, that's the thing.
They're frisky. I like that word.
That's an insane word choice.
What do you mean? That's the right word. That's Atlanta.
Well, no, I think they were like in the first couple months of the season, but ever since about Halloween, I think they've just been.
You know what? I think because Seattle has caught fire this year. Atlanta's not great. I know Atlanta's at home, but I don't think it really changes things. I'll go a little bit higher just to entertain Shane. I will go higher. I'll say Seattle -6.
Oh, I don't care. You can pick whatever line you want.
You mean Shane said Seattle -9.
Yeah, I'll say Seattle -6.
Plus, Seattle always blows out Atlanta when they play each other. I mean,
except that one time we lost to them.
Yeah, against Marcus Mariota.
Yes.
Yeah. Other than that,
Mariota's also that odd. He's also he's a genuine backup quarterback, and what I mean by that is he's somebody that even if you don't want him to start all 17 games, you can win with him holding you down for part of the season. That's what when
a couple games.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I mean when I say a genuine backup quarterback. He's not someone you never want to see on the field either.
Yeah, 100%. He's at the top echelon of that. All right, Scoop. What do you have for Seahawks and Falcons?
You said the game's in Atlanta, right?
Yes.
So one of y'all said 6, one of y'all said 9, right?
Yep. Brandon said 6. Shane said 9.
And no Takashi.
Okay. So I'll cut the difference, and I'll say I'll cut the difference, and I'll say 7.5.
It is Seattle -7.
Oh,
All right, Shane. I know you got to hop
If,
off,
on-
but we're
if only dating apps let you be this specific over inches.
yeah.
all right, Shane. I know you have to go, so we're gonna do this quick. But as per tradition, we are celebrating My Cause, My Cleats. There's a website
Oh
actually
yeah.
here on our thing, or on our Instagram page, and you can go check it out as well. It's mycausemycleats.com. You can search by your player, your cause, or your state. So there's a bunch of different great ones here: military, social justice, mental health, youth empowerment, health and diseases, family well-being, environment, cancer awareness. There's some really cool cleats here. I think the person that actually won for me was Mike Rabel. He did Movember this year for, I think it was one of his defensive staff. Derek Barnes has Detroit Youth, which I really love. I'm just reading through a couple of them here. Miles Garrett honored Lufen Lumberg, who was a young athlete who dealt with cancer. Solomon Thomas, youth mental health. Any ones that you guys want to look through as well? Maybe some Eagles ones, Brandon and Scoop
Oh,
on the list
I
here.
actually wrote down a couple names.
Yes,
Kind of
please.
through 'em.
Yeah. So, the three players that I wrote down were all for the same reason. The Cardinals had two players, LJ Collier and Patrick O'Donnell, and the Texans have Christian Kirk, who ironically I think was also a former Cardinal. And they all mentioned pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
And this was particularly significant to me. Just we did this on December 4th, which happens to be my grandfather's birthday, and you guys all know we lost him to pancreatic cancer earlier this year. So just the fact that I saw that and saw that on his birthday, that meant even more. So I just wanted to shout out those three players that because obviously any sort of work toward the fight in cancer is obviously noble and important and incredibly appreciated. But it did hit different to me to see that specific one, knowing that it's called the silent killer and knowing how my own family was recently affected by that.
Yeah.
It definitely caught my attention as well. So especially on his birthday, I just wanted to specifically shout out those three guys for that.
Yeah, absolutely. That's wonderful. Great. Yeah, absolutely. Brandon, Shane, anybody that sticks out for you guys?
I wish I could actually see them because I don't know how you guys can see them. I can't.
I did it on my phone.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
It's on that link.
Yeah.
You can click on the player, and then you can see
There's
learn
like
more
three
about
drop
the
down
causes.
menus. You can sort by team, you can sort by cause, you can even sort by state. I
Yeah,
think.
it's like when I click on them, it's not giving me the actual cleat. It's just it gives me a link to their.
No. It unfortunately
No,
doesn't show
it's just it's the cause. It doesn't show the actual
the
cleat
cause,
itself.
Yeah, because I can't.
which kind of sucks. Because unfortunately, with this one, I can't really
But
see.
there was the one year when we could see the cleats. Where are we?
Yeah, I
Where are
know.
we?
I don't know why we can't see him this year.
Classic NFL.
Yeah.
I wish I knew like the causes that some of the guys were doing, like because like I said, especially because some of them say some of them like, and the thing is, when we do this every year, some guys have really cool like color schemes or have like really cool personal stories behind it. Like, I wish I could actually see the cleats from like these players and these teams, not just Philly, but like the one year, I think it was last year, we were able to see it. I don't know why we can't see it.
Yeah, because the thing is, what I do with this segment year after year, which they didn't have, is I go to NFL.com/photos, and they have like the photos of like, hey, here were our best cleats for My Cause, My Cleats, and they just didn't have that this year, which I was like really upset by. This was kind of the only website that you could actually see cleats or see the causes more in the cleats.
Yeah.
Kind of sucks.
Some of them are up on the NFL auction site right now, so you can see those.
Oh yeah. And by the way, speaking of that, if you want to donate to the causes, for any of you listening out there, you can bid on any of those cleats.
So
as
here's
on
how
NFL
you
auction.
find some of the. You just have to go. Don't go to the NFL thing. Search up My Cause, My Cleats, but then look at the teams because after you scroll down on the Google search, it goes my cause, my cleats, like, and it says Giants.com or Eagles.com or Niners.com.
I put in the auction page
Yeah.
on our chat if you guys want to look through it in the
But like
auction
the
page.
Eagles page, you actually have the cleats on here. Like when you go to the Eagles page.
Yeah. So you guys can see that on the auction as well if there's any of them that Sam Ellinger has such a cool one too.
One that I caught my attention was Micah Parsons. Is for the Lionheart Foundation, which is like it's like education for people that are imprisoned, which is just very important to lead to lower reoffense rates. And there was also the Derek Natty. I can never remember how you pronounce his last name.
I thought it might have been I'm not even
Derek Naughty.
Yeah,
Naughty. Okay, I thought it was
from the Chiefs. To suicide prevention, and I saw a picture of his cleats too, and it was a really cool design as well. And just mental health awareness and that sort of thing. And same with AJ Brown.
Yeah,
his are very mental health focused, as he obviously he's come out about his own struggles. And what else? Derek Barnes was a cool one as well. It's about helping kids in Detroit kind of explore talent and within themselves, and giving them the inspiration to kind of pursue something greater, which I always like. So
Joe was it? Yeah. I know he's not playing this year, but Joe Mixon's ones for cancer awareness. If you look at his, I don't know if I don't want to get it wrong. I don't know if that's someone he knows, if that's a family member or whatever it is, but it was cleats that were in remembrance of a young woman, I guess, that he knows, maybe a family member or somebody he just knows. But they're all pink, but it has her face on one side of them, and on the other side it has rest in peace, her name and the date. And so,
wow,
he's got that for cancer awareness, and I mean they're really well done. There's the Texans have good looking ones. Who else is good on here? Well, CJ Stroud. They're all the thing is the way that they make these every year is just so it's clever. It's really cool to see that, either they'll do foundation type colors, or they'll do their own kind of creative custom colors for it. I just wish that there was more, but
this year was hard to just find the cleats.
Yeah, I'm trying to
that
look,
it has in years past, which I don't love.
I'm trying to look through all as many of the teams as possible. But a lot of them, the thing is, a lot of them also have the same kind of color schemes. Obviously, as the foundation that they're having on their cleats. But that Joe Mixon one was interesting because that was a personalized one, so that one stood out to me. There's just a bunch of different ones. I'm just trying to find others that are really, really stand out. I mean, they all do it in their own way, but there you go. This one's really cool. Pat PS2, Pat Sertan, his cleats. I don't know. Did the kids help him design this? But he did it for his own foundation, and it says for students in financially disadvantaged communities. And they ensure that these students have the same access to their suburban peers to ensure success. So, and I think he had the kids kind of like paint on these, I guess, or kind of do the color scheme for them. It looks like that's what it looks like. So
That's always really cool.
yeah, like I remember last year. I think Jalen Hurts had those custom cleats made by the kids. Uh,
Yeah, and Josh Allen is. If you see the Bills hats that he's wearing, those are customized by kids as well,
Yeah.
like in the post game pressers and stuff.
Like there's so many on here that are just really really good. Like it's just a shame we can't get to all of them because I want to be able to see more of them. Like I'm trying to go by team here and look through, but
Yeah, I just want to get through, as much as we can with them, just to say like, hey, go check these out, and bid on them if you so wish, because they are amazing.
See what else they got. I mean, they've got like a lot of them have the same kind of like color schemes. I'm trying to find stuff that like really stands out. Like I like the more personalized ones. I like when players are able to do something where they have, if it's like a children's foundation, they'll have like the kids design it, or they'll have like, or if it's like a cancer foundation, they'll have like it's someone that they lost on their cleats or whatever it is. Like that's really cool. Those are the ones like I want to really highlight. They're all important, but I really want to highlight those because those it's like it takes it to another level. So like. I'm just trying to find more of those, but I'm not quite seeing them right now. There's a bunch of different ones. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to look. I'm really trying to look because I'm seeing a lot of the same, same cancer foundations and whatnot. So, I mean, but there's really a whole bunch of some of them are just like like in team colors, but like in a slightly different colorway. The things I'm looking through the Rams one right now. Like the Rams have a few good ones. Like there you go. Like this is a cool one. Matt Stafford's Children's and Women's Hospital, Miller Children's and Women's Hospital. It's got like a bunch of like kind of like children's characters on it, and it says it's a not for profit pediatric teaching hospital located in Long Beach, California. It says that it's one of only 8 freestanding children's hospitals in the state and provides specialized care for infants, children, teens, and young adults aged, so obviously, newborn to 21. And it says the hospital also houses Memorial Care's women's services, offering maternity care across Southern California. But the cleats themselves are really like it's decorated like he has like a Roblox character on it. He has like a bunch of Halloween like kind of like little skull on there, a little like happy pumpkin, bunch of different things. So his is really cool. Matt Stafford did that. So
yeah. Well, I think we showcased it pretty well. It's usually around like week 13. I think it's week 12 that they do it. And so like week 13, week 14 for one of our post credit scenes. I just love to highlight My Cause, My Cleats because it is a spectacular and amazing initiative that the NFL and the players have participated in. This is the most amount of players who have ever participated in it, by the way, in the history of this. Which is
how many? Do you know?
I think it's 1,500 or 1,600 in total this year, I believe, something around that range. I think it's their 4th year doing the initiative. 3rd or 4th, I don't remember. But yeah, well, about averaged about 1,500, I believe, this year, and that's players. But then they don't count staff who participate in it as well, and other people throughout the building. So
I mean that's on each week there's 1,700 NFL players on an active roster, so almost all of them pretty much.
Yeah, it's amazing. So great to have that highlighted. Again, if you want to donate, it's all there on NFL auction to go donate for those cleats. They all look really good. There's some from years ago. There's some from this year. So if you wish to donate, please go ahead and do that on the NFL auction. Well, that will be it. We'll see you on Sunday night after Texans and Chiefs. That should be very, very fun. So for Shane, for Brandon, for Scoop, for myself, Robert, we will see you on Sunday night. Peace out, everybody.
See you, everybody.